Hello, welcome. This is Richard Shum, and this is my video on how to survive your divorce. Helping people is what I do. I got a lot of great information for you. I'm thrilled to have you here. Let's just dive right in. Now, today I'm going to talk about my system to survive your divorce in the best possible way. You're going to eliminate the incredible cost, the stress, the tremendous time drain of a destructive legal battle. I see it every day. I've seen people losing control of their lives, losing access to their kids, watching everything they've built get destroyed right in front of their eyes. And all the while, they're spending money like crazy. Divorce doesn't have to be like this, but I see it all the time. People losing control of their family. They're hemorrhaging money for years with no end in sight. And if you don't follow my system, you might be at a disadvantage before the process even starts, and then have to watch that process take over your life at the expense, really, of everything else. You're going to learn how to avoid that and much more. Look, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I do have a very special and valuable gift for you at the end. I hope you stay tuned for that. Now, there are only 3 things you must have in place to control and survive this tough time in your life. Now, they're really not secrets, but believe me, every day I see lawyers messing this up. Now, you might be wondering who I am. I'm a tough litigator with over a dozen years of experience. I'm also a divorced single dad who's been right where you're sitting right now. I live and work in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, which I adore, and I'm proud to help my fellow New Yorkers fight for their families and win. Here we go. I like to call this the proactive approach. Only 3 simple steps. Here they are. Recognizing that you need help sounds simple, but it's really one of the most important things. And you have to realize doing nothing isn't going to save your marriage, and calling me isn't what's going to wreck it. And until you talk to someone who knows your options, you have no options. Now, why is this? If you wait, then nothing's going to be up to you. Somebody else is going to be making the decisions. Asking for advice is not an act of war, but waiting can really hurt you. Because I've been exactly where you are right now, and that's why I understand. Let me tell you a story about one of my clients. Ben wasn't sure if he should call me. His marriage was crumbling, but he still had hope he could save it, if only for the kids. I know that sounds familiar to a lot of you. We talked through his issues and options. He'd call me whenever he was at a loss about what to do. And when his wife ended up leaving him a few months later, he was able to stay in his home, preserve thriving relationships with his kids. I just talked to him yesterday, and they're still going strong. And avoid extreme obligations of maintenance and support through a fair negotiated settlement. Here's step 2, establishing your priorities. Now, this is very critical. Now, what I mean by establishing your priorities is getting yourself into position at the earliest point possible for the greatest amount of success possible. That comes when you chart your course, and that's what enables you to really seize control of your own destiny. Look, the system we have, you use your rights or you lose them. That's just the way it is. And then you might have lost before it's even begun. And again, I see it every day. People can lose complete control of their lives. Here's Allison's story. When she called me, she was all over the place, consumed with worry about money, property, survival. Really, most importantly, how to shield her young daughter from what was happening. When I explained to Allison that much of her entitlement to money and the tools of survival depended on her custody of her child, she could finally relax and focus on being a great mom. And then she was awarded full custody and every penny coming to her for maintenance, child support, and distribution of property. I still talk to her sometimes, and she's very happy. Now it's time to bring it home with step 3, manifesting your goal, making it a reality. Now, this is really all about efficiency. You're going to go and live. How do I do it? Look, I never advise a long way when a short way will do. Remember, this is what I do for a living. I protect your way of life now and for the future. Deborah came to me with 3 loose leaf binders filled with laminated documents, screenshots of texts, and clippings of cases from legal journals. It was a mess. She thought she needed to control every aspect of her own divorce and was swamped, barely sleeping, absent at work. Worst of all, not really present for her baby boy. Once we established a great rapport and trust, Deborah could finally relax. Instead of losing her job, she was promoted, and at home was the best mom she could be. I took the wheel and got her great results that will protect her and her baby for many years to come. So, what do we establish so far? The first step, recognize you need help. Give me a call. Don't worry if it's too soon. Better too soon than too late. Really, there isn't any such thing as too soon. You establish your priorities, and that's the way that you get to the third step, which is manifesting your goal. You make it a reality for yourself. You need a lawyer who focuses his practice solely on issues related to divorce and family law, who's already helped dozens of families and knows exactly how to help you survive and thrive through this tough transition. You need to handle this without endless expense, helplessness, loss of control, yielding the best result you can possibly get. The good news is you don't have to stay where you are. I've set aside some time to speak with you. You'll go through the exact same proven process that So call me right now. Here's my number, 64